Instructor Mark Dixon for Business 225, and we are going to walk through the Project 4 overview. So let's go to the assignment information, Project 4 Guidelines and Rubric, and we'll talk through what's expected of you. So in this one, you're going, from a competency standpoint, you're going to communicate professionally to diverse internal and external audiences. So you've gone through this whole process. You've done a full research in Project 1. You've started to build out visualizations in Project 2. You delivered a dynamic, comprehensive story in presentation in Project 3. And now you need to summarize all this out in the form of an external press release to explain what it is that your business is doing, because now you've decided to go ahead and move forward and everybody is on board. So in your scenario, your presentation to the stakeholders was wildly successful, and the company has determined that it is in their best interest to move forward with a diversification strategy that you recommended. Since you did so well with the presentation, you've been asked by company leadership to prepare a draft of the press release that will go out to announce this new strategy. And your press release is meant for the external audience that was not represented at the all stakeholder meeting, a group that includes your customers, vendors, suppliers, and general community. So it's a much broader audience. You have a lot of different interests and expectations from this audience, and they're not going to be as well versed on either the industry or what's going on in your company. So you want to take that into account as you draft this press release. So you're going to complete the Project 4 worksheet, which is in your Sumo web text, and you're going to submit it to me for feedback. And using that template provides you with supporting materials, such as those below, which is going to help you draft a press release that reflects your company's new venture and how it affects the general external audience. And some of the key points of this that you want to include in your external press release are going to be to address the key points appropriate for external audiences, summarize the diversification decision, which is basically just saying, what we are doing as a business, explain why you made that decision. So why are we doing this? Explain where in the marketplace the new products are launching. So where within our industry are we planning on launching these products? Are we going to do it in a controlled environment locally? Are we going to go into a brand new market? You want to identify where you're going to actually launch. And then identify who benefits from this product in both the company and the community. So the company is going to benefit from this product for X, Y, Z reasons. Maybe it's because it's going to help us remain sustainable, more profitable. It's going to help us be able to employ more employees. We're going to be able to expand our workforce. And then from a community standpoint, it's going to help the environment be more eco-friendly, more green. It's going to reduce our costs so that we're able to provide you with more affordable types of services or products, those kind of things. So what you're going to submit for this particular project is going to be your completed press release template, which is 1 to 2 pages. And this one also does need to include citations and a references list. So don't forget that. A lot of students do, and they end up getting marked down on it. I'll open up the Project 4 template in a moment, but let's go through the Project 4 rubric just so you understand what the expectations are, the key points you want to include in your submission. So your criteria you have is to construct an external press release. So one of the things we're looking for you to accomplish here is to just actually go through the work of creating a press release that's comprehensive, that hits on all the key points listed above. You're going to want to explicitly state what the decision was. So you don't want to do the same exact thing you did in your stakeholder presentation because it's going to be too much information. You want to make it succinct. So, briefly describe what this particular decision is. And then you're going to want to expand on why the decision was made. So what were the key factors that brought you to this decision? Where in the market space are your new products going to launch? And who benefits from the product in both the company and the community. So don't forget to touch on both. Again, this needs to be a well-written press release. Remember, it's something polished. It would be going out to an external audience, so you want to ensure that you're proofing it appropriately. Consider using the SNHU Writing Center, or consider using tools like Grammarly.com, which can also help you to proof your submission. And make sure that you properly attribute through citations and a references list. You need to have some support, academic support, for statements that you're stating through your press release. You will get marked down if you don't include any. So let me open up the Project 4 template. So it's very basic. This is just giving you an idea here of how to fill this out. So you have insert an intention grabbing headline in all caps. So what's the caption for this particular press release? You want to have a strong leading sentence. You're going to address your key points appropriate for external audiences. This is trying to remind you that don't go into the same level of detail as you did for your stakeholder presentation. You're going to summarize the diversification decision, explain why the decision was made, explain where in the market space, identify who benefits from this from both a company and community perspective, and insert a closing paragraph incorporating the who, what, when, where, and why. Then you also want to have your name as the sales department manager. So it's a pretty basic project, but it gives you, again, the walkthrough of what you need in order to complete this. And again, the Sumo web text gives you a step-by-step as to how to do this. So it's going to explain how to hit your key points, craft your headline, write a strong introduction, explain your company's decision, go through the diversification decision. It's going to have you provide launch details, explain the benefits, and summarize your key takeaways. So it gives you the full walkthrough here. If you go through the Sumo web text, it will likely hit all of the key points that you need to from the project rubric perspective. Just make sure you do one last check before you submit it in and make sure it hits on all of these criteria points. Anyways, if you have any questions in the meantime, please reach out. Again, we can do a general discussion forum if anybody has any questions and they want to work and collaborate with their peers. We can definitely do that. But good luck with this. I don't think it's going to be a heavy lift like the other projects were, and I'm sure you'll all be successful. All right, take care. Bye.